Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who are well. Peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. All right. Today is June 11th, 2018. And once again, I still can't, I haven't tried it today, but if you watch my previous videos, the screen recorder isn't working. But, once again, you're here to hear the word, not to necessarily look at articles. But there are many articles. If you type in net neutrality, I'm sure it'll come up, or net neutrality repealed. June 11th, which is today, once again, that's when net neutrality was officially repealed. All right? It was taken, down. That new rules are being applied now. Right, and I've noticed a lot of you devils, like you heathens, you're trying to go against it. You're trying to keep net neutrality as a thing, and some of you, a lot of you Christians, even, man, because you're bugged out. You don't know the truth, right? The word, the Bible, the scriptures say that this would happen. All right, that this would be, something that you should want this to happen, man. Especially you Jakes, man. You Jakes in this truth, you should want this famine of the word to come, man. Because that's one of the closest big time prophecies, and then it's just gonna all go downhill for America from there. I mean, America's already been collapsing, steadily, but now once it hits, that breaking point, that climax, it's gonna be rapid. All right, and you should want that, all right? Because that's the only way we're getting out of here. Okay? So, without further ado, I'm going to get into some of these scriptures, which, we've gone over many times. But for any of you that are new, Elder Apostle T.R.O.Y said through the Spirit that the elect are sealed. So that means that we're just building up the elect, whoever they may be, Adawan Ratazel, that is you guys listening and me, myself. All right? But let's go to Amos, because that's the primary scriptures when we're going into the mark of not the mark of the beast. It's lucky. The mark of the beast is the RFID microchip, which is a prophecy that will come to pass. All right, at some point in time too. But we're focusing on the famine of the word. So this is Amos. Chapter 8, verse 11, Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. Alright? Now, is there going to be a famine of bread and water? Yes, of course. Alright? There's going to be physical famines, but the biggest famine, the most important, crucial famine, if you're spiritual, it's the most crucial famine, is the famine of the word. Because without Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, without this truth, without the answers, you're not going to be able to make it through those times, man. Yahweh and Yahushai can give you food. They can give you water. All right? They can make miracles happen to support you and help you endure and continue pushing till the end, man. Esau can't do that. All right? Get in the mark of the beast, can't do that. All right? Trusting in Jesus Christ, that's not going to get you anything, man. That goes back to Serapis Christus. All right, that's a false god. Okay? We worship and praise Yahweh, which is the true name of the Father, and his Son, which is the Messiah, Yahweh Shai. All right? So verse 12, And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. Now see, at some point in time, the truth has been put in front of you. All right, we're nearing these end times, or we are in the end times. We're nearing hell breaking loose. And you'll know when shit hits the fan. All right, you'll know when that point in time is. But as we're coming into these days, most, if not everybody, has seen or heard of the truth, who the real Israelites are, the true names, the real, the sound doctrine. All right. And if you pass by, you see some men on the streets, like GMS, when you pass by in your car, if you never stop back, you just got condemned and marked for death right there, man. Because Yahweh put it in your spirit to drive past the prophets, the men of the Lord. So you had what I'm saying is, everybody, for the most part, at this point, I'm sure everybody, or most people, if not everybody, have had a chance to get the truth, man. But they didn't, all right? And who's going to get the truth? The elect, all right? So if you're not of the elect, you're not going to get the truth, okay? But you are still going to be running and looking for answers, looking for those men that you passed by because you didn't feel like you wanted to hear them, all right? We're going to turn to Isaiah chapter 24, verse 11. There is a crying for wine in the streets. All joy is darkened. The mirth of the land is gone. What is that wine? That wine is His truth, the answers, all right? Because like wine is an alcoholic beverage, why do people usually drink alcohol? To escape the reality of the world. Well, this truth is going to help you escape the world, man. This truth, if you're part of the elect, and you could get, there will be people that die for this truth in the elect, the martyrs, all right? But for the most part, the elect will get beamed up. So that's your alcohol to escape the world, man. To follow your true heritage, your true power, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and confusion of faces. All right, follow Yahweh and Yahweh Shai in sincerity and righteousness, and you could be taken out of this hell, man. You could be protected. You could have that mark in Ezekiel chapter 9, which is a spiritual mark, because the mark in Revelation chapter 13 is a physical mark. That mark is an RFID NFC microchip, all right? But I'll get the mark in Ezekiel chapter 9, which is what the elect will have, all right? I'm kind of going into a little more than famine of the word, but that's just spirit, okay? So yeah, all joy is darkened, the mirth of the land is gone, all right? So, all summer 2018, all that bullshit, it's going to be lit as gone, all right? They're going to realize that instead of worrying about, what girls you're going to, hang out with, or what you're going to do with your friends, or where are we going to go party, you're going to be worried about, where am I going to get a bottle of water? Where can I find a protein bar as my only meal of the day so I don't starve to death? That's what you're going to be worried about, all right? So now, Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. Remember, this mark in Ezekiel is a spiritual mark. All right, Ezekiel chapter 9, verse 4. And Yahweh said unto him, which is the angel, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem. And Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. And set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. And who's going to be doing that? The righteous, the elect. What did Lot do when he got delivered out of Sodom and Gomorrah? He was vexed by the filthy conversation of the wicked, roughly paraphrasing. All right, since I can't paraphrase in the app, I may not be able to get all the scriptures, but I can paraphrase them. All right, it says that Lot was vexed by the filthy conversation of the wicked. All right, I think that's in the New Testament. Actually, it says that. And then also, it says, if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? So if you're not in this truth, you're not going to get delivered, man. There's no hope for you. If you're an Israelite, you will die and come back in the kingdom, so you will receive the kingdom, all right? But you still will have to die on this side, all right? So you better fast and repent and hope and pray that you're part of the elect, and continue to, if you're a man, go on the highways and byways, make these YouTube videos, push the word, man, all right? Because as you can see pretty soon, that availability of pushing the word will not be accessible, all right? And then it also says that judgment will begin at the house of the Most High. So it's going to begin in the people in the truth, all right? These different camps. So if you're not teaching the sound doctrine, you're not going instant in season, out of season, you're bugged out, you're going to get killed, man, all right? That's where judgment's going to begin. Okay, and those are all what I just said recently. Those are in the New Testament, but once again, I can't paraphrase them, so I don't know exactly where they are. But I could try and look for them, I suppose. That's a cat messing around in the closet or whatever. Just ignore it. Ignore the noise in the background. I know it's in the New Testament. I think the one that I just recently said was in First Peter, or Peter. I think it's in a book of Peter. Salakia though. I don't think I have it highlighted in here. Salakia, Hakayim. But the point was made, all right? The famine is coming, and you got to take this thing seriously, all right? So I paraphrased the scriptures. You can just look up what I said, and you'll find them. If you paraphrase them in the Bible app. Well, this is a heavy precept, though. This is 2 Peter chapter 3, verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. All right, a thief in the night, so it's going to catch people off guard. All right, I'm going to go into the Apocrypha now, 2 Ezra chapter 16, and I go into that a lot, I know, but it's extremely heavy, and it completely describes the times that we're in. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 18. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? All right. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. But for all these things they shall not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, the victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. All right, that's the times we're in right now. All right, and scriptures also say, and I think a lot of the things I've recently been saying are in the New Testament. I think it's in some sort of Peter. I think it's 1st or 2nd Peter. The precepts I've been saying. Salaki, if I'm wrong, you can put it in the comments, or I'll just look it up. Because once again, I can't paraphrase it with the physical Bible, so I can't find it. But I know those are scriptures. But it also says, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel? All right. So if the elect are going to catch hell, what about you niggas that will do whatever you want? What about you niggas that live unlawfully, man? All right, you're not going to have that protection of Yahweh by Shema Shai. Okay, and you're going to get put to death. And it says that the sword and famine and confusion, etc., is going to be growing upon the earth. All these calamities and plagues are going to be coming upon the earth, but people aren't going to pay any mind to them because they're living in mirth and life is they think life is good. Life is terrible, man. Life is shit. All right, this is our hell. Okay, but with that said, hopefully Adawan Ratazah, this was edifying to the elect. Once again, Salakia, I paraphrased a couple of them. Hopefully you've seen those scriptures or can look them up successfully. All right, but with that said, I want to give all praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone and Roel. Peace and blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect of Israel. All right, Shalom.